Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Umar Rusanda Amadou. Coming up, National Security Secretariat imposes 1-month ban on all mining activities in the Juaben municipality of the Ashanti region.
Today, Wednesday, till the following month, there is no mining in the Juaben municipality. What we would want to see is reclaiming pits or lost or
Newly elected Ifejasetre East constituency executives of MPP call party bluff over plans to rerun Saturday's elections.
I stated categorically that we would not conduct a new executive election until the next 4 years.
Trade Union Congress TUC wants Parliament to withdraw Tribunal Bill 2026, describing it as an affront to Ghana's judicial system.
The TUC is manifestly opposed to the idea of resuscitating tribunals, given our collective bitter experiences with tribunals. The tribunals bill in its current shape and form strengthens our conviction that tribunals must be abolished.
12 people reported dead and 44 injured after a fatal accident on Accra-Kumasi Highway. In Channel 1 Business, Ghana's rural banking sector hits 26 billion cedis as customer base reaches 8 million. And in Channel 1 Sports, pressure mounts on England coach Thomas Tuchel to resign after defeat to Argentina in semi-finals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We're grateful that you join us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Now, the National Security Secretariat in the Ashanti region has imposed a month-long ban on all mining activities in the Juaben municipality of the region. The council has also imposed a ban on movement of excavators within the municipality as part of efforts to clamp down on illegal mining and reclaim degraded lands. The directive, which remains in force throughout July, was announced by the Deputy Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator Alhaji Nji Abdullah Umar after an inspection tour of several mining sites across the municipality. Ashanti Regional Correspondent Bright Yeboah followed the team.
Illegal mining activities are rapidly expanding at Akronwi in the Juaben municipality of the Ashanti region, raising serious concerns over environmental degradation and the destruction of water bodies. During a tour with officials from the National Security Secretariat, active mining operations were observed just a few meters off the main Wabri road, with heavy machineries working close to farmlands and water bodies. In a response, the Ashanti Regional Security Secretariat has imposed a month-long ban on all mining activities and the movement of excavators within the municipality to allow for the reclamation of degraded lands and a comprehensive assessment of the situation.
from today, Wednesday, till the following month, there is no mining in the Juaben municipality. What we would want to see is reclaiming pits or lost or degraded lands.
The municipal chief executive for Juabin, Eunice Ohinewa Ansu, also accused some police officers within the Konongo and Bekwai police divisions of allegedly colluding with illegal mining operators.
I came here one time to tell the people that they should stop. Unfortunately, I told my police officers to be coming around to patrol so that we can monitor what they are doing. In fact, they told us that they are not under Juabin, they are under Konongo and then Bekwai. Therefore, we don't have any control. And honestly, my police officers came around and they told me that it is true the Bekwai and then Konongo people have been fighting them, that this is not their area.
Meanwhile, communities including Pemenase and Wabri continue to bear the brunt of illegal mining activities. Residents say the bridge linking Wabri and Anuruso has collapsed after extensive mining on both sides of the road weakened its foundation. The damage has left the route highly vulnerable to flooding from the Anu River during heavy rains.
Bridge and fancy ache nana or fault kakra ye complaining but nempe uniform ye omo an enya ntie se anwaka bia ba befa so ama bridge nebu ana hwe surroundings no so a utum se excavators eyedwuma a galamsey
the bridge ya na ha ama ya say bridge say can't no come bibia so ntimi nkoma me ho kire ha pa tiesiamada tamati yanka mo fanto empanyifo ani no mo me bridge ne mai.
Now, Dagbang has observed the third day Islamic prayers for the late overlord, His Majesty Yana Mahama Bukari II, who passed away on July 12, 2026 in South Africa, where he had traveled for medical treatment. Channel 1 News' Northern Regional Correspondent Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira reports from the Gbewa Palace in Yendi.
The third day prayers observed in accordance with Islamic teachings were complemented by the customs and traditions of Dagbon, reflecting the unique cultural and religious heritage of the kingdom. Several dignitaries shared their memories of the late king with Channel 1 News. The Northern Regional Chairman of the Peace Council spoke after signing the Book of Condolence.
Coming from abroad and elsewhere to greet him, he has always given us audience. The last one was the visit of the Apostolic Nuncio, the one who represents the Pope in Ghana. We came here and then he gave us a very warm reception. That was the last time I met him physically. Still in his good spirit and then exuding peace and love. That is what I remember lastly of him. But he has been a very warm-hearted man, very warm-hearted father. And well, we would have loved to keep him around, but God loves him better than we do.
Following the prayers, Kugana Mahama Abdullahi, who is currently overseeing traditional affairs in Dagbon, announced the seventh-day prayers will be held on Friday, July 24. The public relations officer of the Gbewa Palace, Musa Yakubu, spoke to Channel 1 News on the scheduled activities leading to the next phase of the funeral rites.
The elders has also agreed that the seventh day will also come up on the 24th of July 2026. On that particular day, after the prayer is being said, definitely they will put their heads together to also announce to us the date of installation with regards to the regency we talked about some days ago. And so from now till the 24th, the Book of Condolence is still open for the general public to come and pen their messages in that particular book, and the burial process will also continue.
Now, executives of the New Patriotic Party in the Ifija-Setra East constituency of the Ashanti region have vowed to resist attempts to rerun the constituency executives election following the annulment of the process by the party. The executives want the party to channel its efforts to unite the party for the 2028 general elections rather than denying the choices of the delegates. There's more in this report by our Ashanti regional correspondent, Tawfiq Mohammed.
Addressing a press conference in the Efija Secretary East constituency, the chairman-elect Kweku Ofosu said there was no directive from the election committee in the region to suspend the elections. The executives insisted the process was supervised by the Regional Elections Committee. On the issue of a court injunction, the executives claimed the interim injunction granted by the High Court had lapsed and was not renewed before the elections were held. According to them, there was therefore no pending court order restraining the Regional Elections Committee, the Electoral Commission, the Ghana Police Service, delegates, or aspirants from participating in the elections.
I stated emphatically that as the chairman of Efija Secretary East constituency, who won the chairmanship overwhelmingly with 77.5%, I stated categorically that we would not conduct a new executive election until the next 4 years. My opponents, none has come out to accuse the EC, myself, or party leadership of rigging or any wrongdoing. I won free, fair, and squarely.
Meanwhile, some grassroots members of the New Patriotic Party have accused the leadership of the party of not being proactive in addressing issues bordering on divisions. The group, NPP Grassroots Alliance for Victory 2028, added its voice to growing calls for the General Secretary of the party, Justin Kodua, to resign.
And young youth, no, all by a genophobia because you want to say, oh, your youth, but then you bought NPP, dear, no beer per baby for Adentia, and penning for the department, no, a more disappointed year now you from no. So, say on step put down there, and summer a course so a year last week, I buy a 2 year no, baby, na injunction, de biano, sa. Election course on muchemu we are mum fa date for from la no mun koto abano ansana region abanadruso.
Now, the New Patriotic Party, that's the NPP's constituency executive elections, were expected to take place across 276 constituencies. But while voting was completed in most parts of the country, several constituencies were hit by disputes, injunctions, and in some cases, violence. So what exactly happened? Channel 1 News' Hansi Najiman has details in the following explainer.
The New Patriotic Party went to the polls on Saturday, July 11, 2026, hoping to hold elections in 276 constituencies across the country. But this did not go as planned. By the close of polls, elections had been conducted in 245 constituencies. The process stalled in the remaining 31 constituencies for varying reasons. In 23 of these constituencies, elections were put on hold because of disputes. In 4 others, including Ningo Prampram, Achumamponia, Obuasi West, and Trobo, elections were not held because of last-minute challenges. The National Steering Committee of the party, after a meeting, annulled elections in Bantama, Efija Secretary East, and Adansia Sokwa. However, it referred the outcome of elections in Asante Achim Central to the party's National Council for advice. A common thread running through many of the disputes was allegations of attempts to manipulate the party's delegate register or voter roll. These claims resulted in court injunctions and in some cases, confrontations after attempts were allegedly made to proceed with voting despite the legal challenges. The incidents in Bantama, Efija Secretary East, and Adansia Sokwa provide a clearer picture of the issues that emerged. In Bantama, for instance, the dispute centered on claims that names had been removed from the printed voter register. The constituency chairman, Fifi Mensah, accused the vice chairman and the area's member of parliament for attempting to manipulate the register by removing delegates believed to support him. Despite an injunction secured before polling day, the election process reportedly continued. There were also reports that heavily built men disrupted proceedings. In Efija Secretary East, an injunction had been secured against the delegate album. However, voting reportedly went ahead regardless. Political commentator Oketechi Efifa is said to have gone to the polling center to notify officials about the court order. A confrontation followed, leading to his arrest at Yamuasi. He was then taken to the Mampong court, which declined jurisdiction. He was later transferred to Insuta, but proceedings could not hold because the presiding judge was unwell. He remains in hospital custody, and the others arrested together with him are in police custody.
Now, retired Supreme Court Justice William Atuguba has criticized what he describes as excessive party loyalty among some members of Parliament, arguing that it has affected Parliament's ability to prioritize the interests of Ghanaians. He made the remarks at the D.F. Annan Memorial Lecture held in Parliament House. Channel 1 News' Ni Ayekwe Okain reports.
Memorial lecture was held in honor of the late Justice Daniel Francis Annan, the first Speaker of the Fourth Republic at Parliament. On Thursday, speaking at the event, a retired Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice William Atuguba, expressed worry over the conduct of some judges within the judiciary.
Some of the judges we had were very good, very few. Others were the opposite of judges, and it is a great lamentation that we're forced to call them justices instead of injustices. Some were the very embodiment of injustice, sitting there pretending to be judges. These are real things. He is a living witness. Justice Annan was the direct opposite of those unfortunate ones.
He also criticized what he describes as excessive party loyalty among members of Parliament.
I see this Parliament as standing for something else than the interests of Ghanaians. That's how I see it. Some of them are good, but others are immersed in loyalty to the party and to whoever for the time being is president, maneuvering to progress along the political ladder, irrespective of honesty, fairness, good service to the people of Ghana. That's what I have seen, and I've said it.
In parliamentary proceedings, the minority leader Alexander Penyomakin proposed the deletion of Clause 4 of the Tribunals Bill 2026. Clause 4 seeks to establish district and regional tribunals and also grant their independence. However, the minority leader Alexander Penyomakin says this would create chaos within the judiciary.
Today, you want to have a tribunal? A tribunal! Populism, Choboy justice! Choboy justice! Mr. Speaker, Choboy justice, where people will be sent and people will be thrown into jail. Mr. Speaker, I will not sit here as a minority leader and allow this provision to stand. I move that this provision be deleted. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
In terms of the regional tribunals, what we are doing is just simply amplifying the provisions of the Constitution in 126 and 124. In terms of the district tribunal, what we are simply doing is implementing 126 by creating a lower tribunal that will deal with criminal matters that have been specified in the bill, including those of illegal mining. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not creating a parallel justice system. We are simply amplifying what is provided for in the Constitution.
For Channel 1 News from Parliament, I am Ni Ayekwe Okain.
Now, the Trades Union Congress, TUC Ghana, has called on government to withdraw the regional and district tribunals bill currently before Parliament, arguing that the proposed legislation is unnecessary and could undermine public confidence in Ghana's justice system. Addressing journalists in Accra, the union also called on government to publish the full report of the work of the Constitutional Review Committee. There's more in this report by John Eduji Boja and is read by Manuel Ayama.
Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress, Joshua Ansah, said the union's long-standing position is that regional tribunals are no longer relevant and should be removed from the Constitution. The Attorney General recently laid the bill before Parliament to revive the tribunal system under Article 126 of the Constitution. The proposed law seeks to establish reformed tribunals alongside the traditional courts to help reduce case backlog, improve access to justice, and strengthen constitutional safeguards for due process and human rights. However, the TUC maintains that re-establishing the tribunals could politicize the justice system and has urged Parliament to reject the bill and instead focus on adequately resourcing the existing judiciary.
The TUC is manifestly opposed to the idea of resuscitating tribunals, given our collective bitter experiences with tribunals. The tribunals bill in its current shape and form strengthens our conviction that tribunals must be abandoned. The bill, when passed into law, can be a potent tool for weaponizing justice delivery and entrench the perception held by many that our justice system is up for grabs by the politicians. We call on the President and Parliament to heed the advice of the Constitution Review Committee, and government must halt the current legislative process of enacting the tribunals bill, expunge regional tribunals from the Constitution, and take meaningful steps to properly resource our judiciary.
The union is also calling on the government to publish the full report of the Constitutional Review Committee before proceeding with any amendments to the 1992 Constitution.
He had expected government to publish the full report of the Constitution Review Committee. What we currently have is the summary report of recommendations by the committee. The full report has not yet been published. He had also expected government to publish its position on the recommendations before any action is taken on changing the Constitution.
Now, the leadership of three major teacher unions has given the government a one-week ultimatum to conclude negotiations on their expired conditions of service, warning that further delays could trigger industrial action across the country's pre-tertiary education sector. The Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, the National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, and the Pre-Tertiary Teachers Association of Ghana, PT-TAG, say a meeting with the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, that's the FWSC, on Thursday, July 16, ended without a resolution after the commission indicated they would seek a fresh mandate from the government before continuing negotiations. Let's get more on this particular issue by speaking to Vice President of the Pre-Tertiary Teachers Association of Ghana, Adokwe Ayikwe Awule. He's joining us via Zoom for more. Mr. Awule, you're welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom.
Thank you, and good evening to all your viewers.
Good evening to you. Talk to us about the conditions of service that you talk about as a group.
Thank you very much. As we speak, the condition of service has expired. We last signed it in 2024, July. And so as we speak, the 2 years has elapsed, and there's a need for us to have even negotiated up on a new condition of service as we speak now. But that is not the bane of the problem. The problem that we have is about two main issues that have occurred consistently in our condition of service from 2009 up to date, and it has never been implemented. And we find it very strange that this very government has promised that even before the election, when we met the then candidate, President John Mahama, who is now the president of Ghana, and they promised that those things will be implemented, but they have not been implemented. And the minister is always speaking about it. I'm talking about the promotion of deputy directors to director 2, and then that of director 2 to director 1 without portfolios. Because the moment you get to director 2, you become stagnated. So there are teachers who have been on the level of deputy, when you get to deputy director, teachers have been on deputy director position for over 10 years. They've never received any promotion until there's vacancy for you to move in as a district director or anything of that sort. So now we sought for this one. We've negotiated for it. It's been in the condition of service till date. It has never been implemented. Now, successive government have always spoken, they are always speaking about giving 20% incentives for teachers in difficult, or let me say, hard to reach areas. This has also never been implemented. And for even the deputy director one, His Excellency the President issued a directive a year ago for that thing to be implemented. That is His Excellency President John Mahama issued a directive that it should be implemented. Until now, it has not been done. And it is also part of the condition of service. And now we are on the verge of negotiating a new one, but it seems there's this lackadaisical attitude from the government side that there's no money. I mean, you know, the main thing, you are too many, if we implemented this and that. So we have given them up to the end of the coming week. Then if nothing, we don't see anything concrete out of this thing, I think we will advise ourselves.
Which means that you would return to strike?
We will advise ourselves. We use all possible means that is at our disposal to ensure that we get what we are supposed to get, which have been negotiated for, and it's been in our condition of service, but it has never been implemented. We'll use all possible means at our disposal to ensure that we get the government to implement it.
You have explained that the government said to you they don't have money, you guys are many. That's a matter of fact, is it not? Imagine if they were to take care of all of you without a proper budget from last year. That would be a problem, don't you think?
Something that is already in the condition of service, and something that His Excellency gave a directive. Actually, he wrote, I have seen a copy of that letter because I was part of the committee that were supposed to ensure that that policy is implemented. And we've worked on that document over a year ago. So if they had wanted to implement it, they should have considered it in the 2020 budget. The directive of His Excellency the President. But now, nothing of that sort. So we don't know what is happening, but we'll insist. And if they said we are too many, then they should close down schools.
Have you tried to meet with the minister for the sector or any officials? Has that been successful?
We've met with everybody that is supposed to be met with. We've done everything possible. And recently, you even heard the minister saying that they will implement it. We are going to give 20% incentive to teachers in hard to reach areas. They've said it, and President has directed that deputy directors should now be promoted. And they've always been saying it, but they are not implementing it. That is our problem.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Wule, for your time.
You are welcome. Thank you.
So Mr. Wule is speaking on behalf of 3 teacher unions that are planning to go on strike because of the non-implementation of conditions of service that they say they agreed with. This is Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still to come here on the bulletin. Ghana's rural banking sector hits 26 billion cedis as the customer base reaches 8 million. More on that when we return. Please stay with us.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack. EduPack? Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Imagine a life where every moment flows effortlessly, where every choice brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. Give yourself more ways to receive joy. Have more time to party. With G-Money, every moment flows seamlessly. Just pay and keep the good vibes going. Instantly top up airtime or data so you never miss life's special moments, because your memories together should matter more. Give yourself more freedom to celebrate. Pay bills quickly and seamlessly so nothing disrupts your moments. Have more financial control. With G-Money, you can effortlessly manage bulk payments and keep your business running smoothly. Dial *488# or download the app and explore the new G-Money today. G-Money. Give yourself more.
In today's fast-paced African business landscape, human resources is no longer just a support function. It's the strategic heartbeat of your organization. Are you prepared to lead that change and redefine your professional impact? Welcome to the HR Connect Conference 2026. This year, we are diving deep into our professional theme, from certification to competence. Why elevating HR is critical for business growth and competitive advantage in Africa. We are profoundly honored to host our guest of honor, His Majesty the Gamanche, King Takiteko Churu II, alongside our distinguished guest speaker, Honorable Haruna Pelpo. Over 2 transformative days at the prestigious Labadi Beach Hotel, you will go far beyond traditional theory. We have curated an immersive experience designed to challenge your thinking and sharpen your edge. You will have the opportunity to participate in our expert-led masterclass sessions, including personal branding and mastery, the CDAT compensation and benefits masterclass, our critical labor law masterclass, and the forward-looking SHRP future of work masterclass. Beyond the masterclasses, you will gain rare, high-level perspectives during our exclusive C-suite sessions, engage in intimate fireside chats, and participate in our interactive table talk sessions focusing on HR mentorship mastery and the latest in HR tech. Proudly partnered by CDAT Consult and SHRP, this is the premier gathering for HR professionals ready to shape the future of our industry. Mark your calendars for July 30th and 31st, 2026, starting 9 a.m. sharp each day. Elevate your practice, drive your business. Join us at the HR Connect Conference 2026. We look forward to connecting with you there.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Nashika Caesar.
CNR Business is brought to you by EcoBank.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Well, it's time for business, and Nashika is in studio now. Please take it over and share with us the latest in the world of business.
Right, there's been some developments in the rural banking sector.
I saw some very interesting numbers there. It means that our economy is doing well. Is that not what it means?
Apparently so. So it's a good thing.
Nice. Hope it's coming. Please read first.
Right. Now, Ghana's rural banking sector has grown into a 26 billion Ghana cedi industry, now serving more than 8 million customers across the country. This remarkable growth has expanded financial inclusion, particularly in underdeserved communities. All the 147 licensed rural and community banks operating through more than 100,000 branches nationwide are poised to transform banking for the informal sector as they transition into stronger community-focused financial institutions. Here's more from the commemoration of 50 years of rural banking in Ghana.
The origins of rural banking in Ghana can be traced to 1976 when Newsroom Rural Bank in the Central Region became the country's first community-owned bank. 50 years on, the rural banking sector has played a pivotal role in financing key sectors of the economy, supporting small businesses and bringing formal financial services closer to underserved communities. The governor of the Bank of Ghana says the conversion of rural banks into community banks is to improve access to credit for informal businesses while providing meaningful financial support to traders and other financially excluded segments of the economy.
We are creating the room for community banks to be established wherever they are needed, rural or urban. Which is why you should not be surprised when you meet the East Legon Community Bank or the Cantonment's Community Bank, or better still, the Airport Hills Community Bank. And before anyone asked, no, East Legon is not short of bank branches. It is short of banks that will lend to the woman who trades there, right there, or the artisan, the carpenter who works right there, and of course the young business that has just opened its doors right there.
The government, for its part, has assured stakeholders of its commitment to creating an enabling environment for community banking to advance this vision in the digital age. Thomas Nyako Ampem is Deputy Finance Minister.
The community bank of the future must therefore be more than a lender. It must become a trusted development partner, a digital financial service provider. The future community bank must be a champion of financial literacy. It must be a catalyst for agriculture, a financier of innovation, and a cornerstone of inclusive growth. That is the future we must build together.
The Golden Jubilee celebration of rural banking in Ghana brought together pioneers of the sector, members of the Association of Rural Banks, officials of ARB Apex Bank, government representatives, and other key players in the banking industry. The event was held at the Bank Square, Bank of Ghana.
Now, reports of possible fuel shortages at some oil service stations emerged early on Thursday, but checks by Channel One Business indicate that the situation is not widespread, with most outlets visited having petrol and diesel available and operating normally. The development comes as oil marketing companies intensify competition for market share following the commencement of the second pricing window of July.
GOIL had not updated its fuel prices on its social media platforms by Thursday afternoon, although revised prices had already taken effect at some service stations. The delay comes as consumers increasingly rely on digital platforms to compare fuel prices before making purchasing decisions. Checks at selected GOIL outlets show isolated product shortages rather than a widespread supply disruption. The Burma Camp station had fuel available but was out of run 95, and the 37th station reported fuel shortages, while the Caprice outlet had run out of diesel. At the Tantra Hill station, the outlet had all petroleum products in stock. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers attributed the temporary shortages to strong sales volumes at some outlets and expects supplies to normalize once fresh stocks are delivered. Duncan Amwa is Executive Secretary of COPEC.
When you have new prices coming, you get a situation where some of the dealers, may want to play all kinds of games. So maybe for today, tomorrow, you may have that situation persist, but I do not see how going into the weekend, consumers would still experience, I didn't find fuel here, I didn't find. There's not a shortage situation as we speak. There's enough fuel in country, and so if you have an OMC have a bit of a challenge, it simply could be that there's pressure on them, and I think that from the indication I get, they will be able to resolve every single outlet, particularly those who have gone up on, volumes or sales volumes. This should be normalizing in the next few hours. There should be no cause for concern or alarm at this point.
We now bring you an update on crude oil prices and how the local currency is performing on the interbank markets. And that's it for Channel One Business. I am Nashika Caesar. Sanda, back to you.
Thank you so much, Nashika Caesar, from the business desk here at Channel One Television. To some other stories now, and the Wager Children's Hospital is set to be open to the public following an agreement brokered by the Economic and Organized Crimes Office (EOCO) between the Ministry of Health and Aweco Construction Limited over the handover of the facility. In a press statement dated July 16, EOCO said the agreement would allow the Ministry of Health to take over the hospital and begin healthcare services for the benefit of the Ghanaian public, following a series of engagements it facilitated between the two parties. According to the statement, the deal was reached despite outstanding issues surrounding the project, including claims by the contractor over unpaid sums and concerns raised by the project's financier about procurement processes and related matters. The parties agreed that the completed facility should be handed over and made operational without further delay in the interest of the public. You're watching Channel One Newsroom on Channel One Television, and 12 people, including 9 males and 3 females, have been confirmed dead, while 44 others sustained various degrees of injuries following a devastating 3-vehicle crash at Odumasi on Kumasi-Accra Highway in the Ashanti region. The crash occurred shortly before midnight on Wednesday, involving a DAF cargo truck loaded with boxes of tomatoes, a Tata public bus, and a DAF fuel tanker. Ashanti Regional Correspondent Doris Lonta has more in this report.
Although the exact cause of the crash remains under investigation, the Ashanti Regional Fire PRO DO3 Ata Ahemensan said preliminary investigations revealed the collision followed an alleged wrongful overtaking attempt, resulting in a head-on collision involving the vehicles. According to the Regional Fire PRO, firefighters from the Konongo Fire Station received a distress call at 12:07 a.m. on Thursday, July 16, and arrived at the scene at 12:16 a.m. Rescue operations lasted until 2:16 a.m., during which victims trapped in the wreckage were extricated. He added that the injured victims were transported to the Asante Achim Central Government Hospital and Steward Hospital for treatment, while the bodies of the 12 deceased were retrieved by firefighters and conveyed to the Steward Hospital mortuary.
12, just like I earlier said, had lost their life. 44 were rescued from the wreckage and have been sent to the hospital for treatment. So 44 to the hospital for treatment, and then 12 lost their life through this incident. Upon reaching the preliminary findings were that the DAF cargo truck traveling from Kumasi towards Accra attempted to overtake another vehicle on that slope. In the process, the driver lost control, collided with the Tata bus. That's what we have now. But then further investigations are ongoing to unravel what actually caused the incident.
The Tata public bus was completely destroyed in the crash, while the front sections of the cargo truck and the fuel tanker sustained extensive damage. An eyewitness also gave an account of the incident.
Now, President John Mahama has ordered the Ministry of Health to reopen the recruitment portal to absorb 16,000 nurses waiting postings. Speaking during a Derby in Ho on free primary health care program as part of a duty tour of the Volta region on Thursday, July 16, President Mahama said this will help reduce the backlog of qualified nurses awaiting posting in Ghana. There's more in this report.
As part of his working visit to the Volta region, the governing party's strongest electoral stronghold, the president cut the sword for the construction of a 24-hour market and inspected ongoing road projects being executed under the Big Push program. At a grand derby organized to educate residents on the free primary healthcare initiative, the president said the government would continue to improve the conditions of service for health workers. He added that a recruitment of trained nurses would continue to address staffing needs in the health sector.
Now we're giving him clearance to open the portal to absorb 16,000 nurses in 2 batches. The first batch is 8,000, the second batch is 8,000. So that by the time my daughters and sons who are waiting to complete training camp, there will be a shorter queue before they are posted. But the caveat we are giving is most of those that we're employing now, we are sending you to underserved areas.
The moment was right to address compensation for victims of the 2023 Akosombo Dam spillage. His message was clear and reassuring, reaffirming the government's commitment to compensating the affected residents.
And I wish to assure all affected people that government remains committed to ensuring that the process is finalized fairly, transparently, and responsibly. Once this process is finalized, the Minister of Finance made allocation in this year's budget to start the payment of compensation. If the money allocated is not enough, allocation will be made in next year's budget to continue the payments.
Meanwhile, the government says it remains committed to reviving the defunct Drapon Textiles factory, which shut down after years of decline, resulting in the layoff of more than 2,000 workers.
The revitalization of this factory will create sustainable jobs in the Drapon area. And one of the things somebody asked was where we're going to get the cotton to spin. Arrangements are being made to sign a memorandum of understanding with the government of Benin to supply us with cotton from Benin to feed the factory in Ghana. I wish to inform Togbi Mamao and the workers of Volta Star Textiles Limited that very soon the transaction advisor is bringing the strategic investor to visit the factory and start the design for modernizing the factory.
You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Pressure mounts on England coach Thomas Tuchel to resign after defeat to Argentina in semi-finals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. We have that in a jiffy. Please stay with us.
As the sun rises over the city of Accra,
Its warm glow settles on one of the city's most thoughtfully planned communities, Lakeside Estate. And once again, something exceptional is unfolding. After the successful sale of our 4-bedroom Orca at Lakeside Hills, a new masterpiece is about to make its debut. An exquisite 4-bedroom story Orca home overlooking a breathtaking landscape of the Abri Mountains. This remarkable home now features a total floor area of 330 square meters, set on a generous 7,140 square foot plot. Step inside and you're welcomed by a spacious foyer leading to an open living and dining area, paired with a modern fitted kitchen with a stylish island crafted for the ultimate cooking experience. On the first floor, family living takes center stage. Spend quality time together and enjoy the convenience of a newly added infinite kitchenette, perfect for warming up your coffee or tea. For our esteemed homeowners who value privacy and productivity, a dedicated study area has been beautifully integrated into the design. This new home is a testament to trust, craftsmanship, and modern living. A space where elegance, comfort, and style come together effortlessly. Book your spot today by calling our sales expert on 020-477-5040 or 020-477-5042. Lakeside Estate, quality homes for all.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Freddy Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Freddy once now. Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Freddy sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come tum preko.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullahi Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako, Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opong, Chief Executive of COMAC, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point, it passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and longoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital. In to serve a peculiar health need.
Yeah, welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekwachi. Abe, the FIFA World Cup is effectively over. Some people are losing their jobs. Our coach,
why are you saying effectively over?
Oh, say on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday we'll finish. Yeah, so.
Oh no, but it's over for some people.
Oh yeah, it's over for some people.
But what's the use of fighting? What's the use of fighting for third place, by the way?
It's just the order. For
nobody will remember you. Please tell us. Give us the news.
Let's get into it, shall we now? The 2026 FIFA World Cup comes to a close on Sunday as European champions Spain take on defending champions and South American champions Argentina in the final. Spain secured their place with an impressive semi-final victory over France, while Argentina defeated England at Atlanta Stadium to reach a second consecutive World Cup final and the 7th in the nation's history. The final will be played at the New York, the New York, New Jersey Stadium, where one of the football's biggest prizes will be decided. Channel 1 Sports, Gabi Ofe has more in this report.
After all the waiting, we finally know the two teams that will battle for football's biggest prize. It will be Spain versus Argentina in the 2026 FIFA World Cup final on Sunday, July 19. Interestingly, this will be the first ever FIFA World Cup final between the reigning UEFA European champions and the reigning Copa America champions, with both nations having lifted their respective continental titles back in 2024. So, let's take a quick look at how both teams booked their place in the final. We begin with Spain. Spain opened their campaign with a goalless draw against Cape Verde. They responded emphatically in their second game, thrashing Saudi Arabia 4-0, with Lamine Yamal scoring his first goal of the tournament, while Mikel Oyarzabal grabbed the brace. In their final group game, Spain edged Uruguay 1-0 to seal progression to the knockout stage. The run of 32 brought another dominant display as they defeated Austria 3-0, with Mikel Oyarzabal once again scoring twice. That victory set up a round of 16 clash against neighbors Portugal, where Spain secured a 1-0 win. In the quarterfinals, they overcame Belgium 2-1. It was the first time Spain had conceded a goal in the tournament, but they still advanced to the semi-finals. Awaiting them was a familiar rival in France, and Spain produced another composed performance, winning 2-0 to book their place in the final. It will be Spain's second appearance in a FIFA World Cup final, and their first since lifting the trophy back in 2010. Now, under manager Luis de la Fuente, the question is, can they become world champions once again? Standing in their way are the defending champions. That team is Argentina. Led by the little magician Lionel Messi, Argentina have reached the FIFA World Cup final for the 7th time, outright the second most appearances by any nation, behind only Germany's 8. They have also reached back-to-back World Cup finals for the only second time in their history, having previously achieved that feat in 1986 and 1990. The Argentines have had to dig deep throughout this tournament, displaying their trademark grit, resilience and determination at every stage. That fighting spirit was full on display once again last night against England. His 2 assists in Argentina's semi-final victory took his tally to 12 FIFA World Cup assists, with 10 of those coming in the knockout stages. No player in the World Cup history has recorded more than 8 assists in total, underlining just how remarkable Messi's record truly is. The Argentine captain has also been directly involved in 12 goals at this year's tournament, scoring 8 goals and providing 4 assists as he continues to inspire the defending champions in their quest to retain the title. Now, all roads lead to Sunday, July 19 at the New York, New Jersey Stadium. Just 3 more sleeps and the football world will witness the crowning of a new FIFA World Cup champion.
Well, let's stay a while longer with the World Cup, and pressure is mounting on England's head coach Thomas Tuchel following the 3 Lions World Cup semi-final defeat to Argentina, with former striker Michael Owen calling for his dismissal. England suffered a 2-1 defeat to the defending champions at Atlanta Stadium after conceding 2 goals to miss out on a place in the final. Speaking to the BBC, Owen said England's quarter-final victory over Mexico may have left the team overconfident and questioned Thomas Tuchel's leadership after the defeat.
Going back and dropping back and putting 11 men in your own box and just kicking it as hard as you can and heading it out and whatever and taking a ball in the face, people think that's brave. It's not. It's quite the opposite. I can get my local pub team to do that. And that's where we lost the tournament, is celebrating beating Mexico the way we did. We won. Everybody thinks we're great and we did it doing this. The players are going to think. And then the manager brings on 3 defenders. What do you think message that sends to?
Well, that's the very latest from the world of sports, and I am Bernard Abekoche. That's your sports.
Thank you so much. And I am not plenty long name, just Umaru Sandamadu. This has been Channel 1 Newsroom. Thank you for watching us.